it's so good to be at a place where you have so many, brand new cars around you. All right, so let me welcome you to Green Signal, the auto show that tells you all about your favorite cars and bikes. Time when a car was actually considered as a miracle. For a car manufacturer to be the leading manufacturer at that time and to remain till now is actually another miracle. Volkswagen is one such brand. Do you know that Volkswagen is currently the world's second largest car manufacturer? Do you know that the most coveted brands like Bentley, Porsche, Lamborghini, Bugatti, Ducati are all owned by Volkswagen? Volkswagen aims to be the world's #1 car manufacturer by 2016. So the car that we have for you today is a Volkswagen Vento. It has been almost 3 years since the Vento has been launched, and it's still one of the hottest cars in this segment, which also includes the Nissan Sunny, the Ford Fiesta, the Skoda Rapid. Volkswagen Vento comes in both petrol and diesel variant, with the diesel variant having a manual transmission and the petrol variant having both manual and automatic transmissions. Vento comes with 4-cylinder inline DOHC 1598cc and maximum power of 105 PS at 5250 rpm in petrol engine and 105 PS at 4400 rpm in diesel engine with manual and automatic 5-speed transmission. Volkswagen calls Vento's design aerodynamic. I must say that it's a beautifully designed car with the smoked headlamps and a beautified grille. There is one feature that I want to show you. It's the 3-way opening of the door. That's 1, 2 and 3. This is actually of big advantage when you are parking the car at a space where there is not much space. Vento has come with body-colored bumpers, door handles and mirrors. Chrome finish on front grille give Vento a nice look. Crystal clear and accented in chrome best describes the superior fog lights in Vento. Needless to mention, you'll simply love the way they light up the road ahead during bad weather. Get inside the car and it's a whole new world. The build quality, the materials used inside are awesome, and I can undoubtedly say that the car has a better interior than any of the cars in this segment. Interior comes with a 2-tone anti-glare dashboard, black and beige. Front center armrest including cup holder for rear seat. Multi-function steering wheel which is tilt and telescopic adjustable. Storage pockets on front seat backs, rear center armrest. Dual airbags, driver and co-driver side. Manual AC with rear AC vents. Radio with CD, MP3, WMA player and 4 speakers, and it also includes a roof antenna. Instrument cluster with tachometer, speedometer, trip odometer and digital clock are also beautifully placed. The Volkswagen Vento's key is actually a cool device to have. I mean, it's just like a gadget. It features a standard electronic immobilizer anti-theft device, and apart from the lock and unlock facility, it can also control the windows, and it has this cool feature. You can just fold the key and it's easy to keep in your pockets. The car also has storage compartments in front doors, including cup holders for 1.5-liter bottle, storage space for sunglasses inside the glove box, and rear doors also has storage compartments. Inside the car is truly spacious and promises comfortable ride for 5 people. There are not many cars that makes you feel like you are someone when you drive it. Volkswagen Vento is one such car. It's mainly because of superb drive and handling. Even at the speed of 180, the car is damn stable. As mentioned before, even after 3 years of its launch, still Volkswagen Vento is one of the hottest cars that you can get in this particular segment. Apart from all those general things that Volkswagen offers, like the build quality and the drivability and all those things, and of course the cool features that you get, what Volkswagen has different is a 3 years paint warranty and the 3 years anti-corrosion warranty. And there is one more thing, the parts are being manufactured in India, so the parts cost you much lesser than other cars of the same segment. So if you want a car of this segment, I guess I should tell you that you should go for Volkswagen Vento. In the last episode, we had Hero MotoCorp's Igniter taken for a ride, and today we have another bike from the same company in the commuter bike segment, the Hero Passion X Pro. So let's check this out. The Hero Passion X Pro was first spotted in the 2012 Auto Expo at New Delhi. The 110cc bike is now available and it comes in two variants, the 50,800 variant and the 52,800 variant. Now the two bikes has more similarities. Now both has tubeless tires, both has push start, that's electric start, and both has alloy wheels, but the top end variant get a front disc brake. This pair of wheels to roll out from Hero stable borrows its engine, its 110cc engine, from their erstwhile partner Honda's Dream Yuga and Twister. The mill is an air-cooled SOHC that can deliver a maximum power output of 8.6 bhp at 7,500 rpm and a maximum torque of 9.36 Nm at 5,500 rpm. As far as the style of the bike goes, it has multifocal headlamps with stylish graphics and turn indicators. The instrument panel comes with a digital analog combo meter console. The instruments have a good font size and the instrument console manages to look quite upmarket. As expected, the Hero Passion X Pro makes use of the 109.1cc engine, which is mated to a 4-speed constant mesh gearbox. Hero MotoCorp, which has been an undisputed leader of Indian commuter bikes, has retuned the engine for city riding. Like most Hero MotoCorp commuter bikes, the engine is mated with a 4-speed gearbox. And even though it looks a bit similar like the Passion Pro, the new sticker job, the digital analog tachometer, as well as the new headlamp gives it a much better look than its predecessor. One of the best parts of this bike is the ride and handling equation. The Hero Passion X Pro soaks in most of the average size craters with quiet and aplomb, and it is only when tackling the biggest of the pathholes that the ride gets a bit uncomfortable. Moving further, the Passion X Pro's fuel tank is an added attraction. It makes the bike look a lot curvier than the others. Also, it is fitted with a sealed VLR battery which requires no maintenance, which means lower maintenance costs for the bike. Also, the seats are wider and it's pretty comfortable. It's very comfortable for the rider as well as the pillion rider. Considering the fact that the bike comes with alloy wheels, tubeless tires, front disc brake and an electric start, I can undoubtedly say that this bike is one of the better equipped offerings in the Indian commuter bike segment now. Considering how Hero has managed to impress the market even after they split with Honda, and looking at the wide array of features that Passion X Pro has to offer, it's very likely that this bike will charm buyers and will help Hero to further strengthen their foothold in the market. Every week so many new things are happening in the auto industry. So now let's move on to the hottest auto news of the week. Mercedes has launched an updated and more powerful version of the G-Class SUV in India. The new G-Class will be called the G63 AMG and it will replace the G55 AMG. The G-Wagon's design has largely remained unchanged through its 33-year lifespan. Although the design hasn't evolved much, the G-Class is loaded with technology. The updated G63 made its public debut at the Beijing Auto Show last year. The reworked G-Class gets a series of subtle exterior styling tweaks, a new engine mated to an updated gearbox, a lightly altered interior and a brace of new electronic driver aids. The G63 AMG is visually distinguished from their standard siblings by a two-slat grille, a deeper front bumper with larger air ducts, red brake calipers and a unique 20-inch wheels. As with the outgoing G55 AMG, G63 AMG also receives side-mounted exhaust pipes that exit from underneath the rear doors on either sides. Power comes from a 537 bhp version of AMG's contemporary twin-turbocharged 5.5-litre V8 engine, which is mated to a 7-speed 7G-tronic gearbox. The G63 AMG benefits exclusively from stop-start along with the brake energy recuperation systems that contributes to a better fuel economy. Additional features includes Mercedes-Benz high-tech Distronic Plus, radar control cruise control system, blind spot assist and the parking aid Parktronic, which now incorporates a reversing camera. The standard ESP, that's the Electronic Stability Program, has also been revised and now includes trailer stability assist and a hill hold function. All G-Class models are assembled by Mercedes-Benz partner Magna Steyr. The G63 AMG is priced at Rs 1.46 crore. Austrian marque KTM, along with Indian part owner Bajaj, who have a 47.18% stake in the company, are set to make two new additions to its Indian lineup. The much-awaited 390 Duke is slated for a mid-2013 launch, while KTM and Bajaj have now announced that a Moto 3 inspired small-capacity sports bike will reach India sometime early in 2014. KTM will also have its thoroughbred track-focused RC8 motorcycle on display in showrooms from March 2013 onwards. But it isn't clear as to when the motorcycle will go on sale. KTM's 200 Duke has been a runaway success for the company, selling 8,500 units in India last year and making a key contribution to its global presence. The company has 70 dealerships, the highest among premium motorcycle brands in the country today. BMW has launched the upmarket X1 here last week. To give the car a more upmarket presence, BMW has carried out a whole slew of styling tweaks on the X1. The front gets a more heavily contoured bumper, an altered grille, more pronounced sockets for the round fog lamps and a completely redesigned lower section. The headlamps retain the same familiar shape as those used to the existing X1, but receive new internal graphics, including LED corona rings in some variants. It gets reshaped exterior mirror housings for side repeater lights. The rear receives a restyled bumper, which like the one up front has been lightened, usually by the adoption of more body-colored surfaces and a larger silver scrub plate element. On the mechanical front, the X1 uses the same 2-liter diesel motor, but the car maker has tuned it now to make 181 bhp out of it. The motor also comes with start-stop function. The update includes a new 8-speed automatic gearbox as well. It also features an Eco Pro mode, brake energy regeneration and a disengageable climate compressor. Price for the facelifted X1 start at Rs 27.9 lakhs for the S-Drive 20D base variant, while both the Sportline and X-Line trims come for Rs 32.5 lakhs each. Ford has launched a special edition of the Endeavour called the Endeavour All-Terrain Edition. It comes with a new grille and a 16-inch chrome alloy wheels. The interior has been upgraded with the steering column mounted audio controls, a setup similar to the Figo, auto up and down power windows, new dash trim, a reverse camera and GPS. This special edition is powered by a 3-liter diesel motor good for 154 bhp and 38.75 kg and has a 5-speed automatic gearbox and shift on-the-fly 4-wheel drive system. The Endeavour All-Terrain Edition is priced at Rs 19.11 lakhs. That's all we have in today's episode of Green Signal. Next week, let's catch up same time, same day, same channel in your very own personal auto show, Green Signal. Adios.